Good morning. This is Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts. Welcome to my channel. So good to have you all here today. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Oregon, and I honestly can't complain because it was trying to snow a day ago. So here we are. I am still doing a Craft With Me series on this Bloom paper pad, and maybe this is a crush your paper pad. I don't know. I'm just trying to use it up and make a lot of different things with it. So today I want to make this tall and slim, not very slim, but tall and slim Matchbook Journal. So you can see on the inside here we have all the leftover papers that I had when I was making the folios. I just took that whole lot and put them in here. Now this last page is halfway glued down, or a fourth of the way glued down, just to hold this totally in place. So I didn't put anything in the back for a pocket, but instead I put my pocket up here. And this is upside down, sorry. It's right side up if it's looking at this page, but it's upside down if we're looking at it. I messed it up so many times. So, I cut a piece of paper for a pocket, and in here I put 3 postcards of the large ones. And over here, a little trick on how to reinforce this pocket and make another one. I put some more little journaling cards. Now, what could you do with this very long notebook? Well, I don't know, really. No, you could use it as a journal. It is actually 10 inches long, and it is 4.5 inches wide. So it's a good size. Make a nice little day journal for the month, you know. Just kind of fun. You can make your grocery lists on it. And then I also had some really tiny strips of leftover paper, and they were about 6 inches long or so. So I made my husband this little tiny notepad, matchbook notepad. It's so cute. He has it with him. I told him, "You don't have to take this." He says, "No, I'm going to write some notes in it." I don't know how. It's just tiny. Tiny strips of paper. Smaller than that. But, you know, hey, use up the paper you have for a while. Okay, so I want to try and make this again. Hoping I make it right. You never know. I had so many problems with this. Oh my goodness. But I have cut out the paper. And I do have this piece, which will be this. So this is the inside piece here. And then this is, let's see. Oh, this is the outside piece to it. So there we go. And then here is the inside back. And this is the outside back. Oh, wait a minute. This is the front. Let's go front here, the pretty one. Yeah. And this is the back. Sorry about that. I was mixing myself and you up. Now, the reason I'm using 2 papers is the Bloom paper is not super thick. It's a heavy weight, but it's not. It's very bendable and pliable, and you know, where some of the others are, you just know that they're a lot thicker. Just a moment, please. Sorry about that. I had to clear my voice. I don't know where it was going, but it was leaving. So, where to start. Not with this. This is the inside. We want to start with the outside and making sure that it's facing the correct direction. Now the first place we really want to start is this little piece here. And it folds up 1.75 inches. It probably doesn't need to go that tall, but that's what I'm using. Let's see. Well, I don't know what an Angela does with things when she puts them away. Oh, she didn't put it away. It's on her desk. Don't look away. It's not away. It's on your desk. Okay. So what did I say? 1.75? Just look at that. Yeah. 1.75. I'm going to refer to this a lot. Okay. 1.75 is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and score that. And I'm going to fold it so I remember. That is my base part. And it doesn't look too bad with the upside down flowers. So, but we may change it so the flowers are showing right side up. Okay, so from here to here, then I have the right length. So this should be just about 10 inches now. Almost is. It almost is. Okay. So set this one aside. Well, let's do this one first. Let's go ahead and get this one applied. Now I'm just adding this for strength. I'm not adding it for, I gotta put this pen away before I start using it. I'm a natural pen user, and I will mark everything up with it. So I'm going to cut this off right here. Oh my goodness, I can't even see that, can you? I should have used my pen. A zoomy car going by. I wonder where I live. Now there's a very nice front piece that could go on here if we wanted. Happiness. Shingles on house. Ooh, shingles. Has anybody ever had those? I had them when I was 25 years old. Wow, was it a misery? And misery did not love the company. I'm going to tell you. Okay. So that is going to go here. Now, like I was saying, I did not make a pocket out of this one. I probably could have, but I decided just to apply it as a base with glue in it to firm it up. So because it is long, it needs a little more support. So I'm going to take this and glue it on. And today I'm using my Barely Art glue. I hope it works. I cleaned it all out yesterday. Invited it to come and play. Oh, I think I want the bloom part out. Yeah, I do. So much for that. This glue is very much like art glitter glue. I love the precision tip on this one. It still needs a needle in it. I may have to switch over to my art glitter glue because this one comes out so fine. This tip seems to be easier to clean than the tip on the art glitter glue, and I don't know why that is, but it does seem to. Now you don't want to ruin that thing coming up there. Okay, and if it's off, we'll get it back into place. We'll slice and dice until it's just right. Goldilocks will love it. Did I ever tell you I was Goldilocks in a parade once when I was little? My brothers were the three bears. My mom made the costumes. Oh my. We did not win. We should have. But anyway, we were Goldilocks and the three bears. I don't really remember it. I remember the three bears. My brothers being the three bears. I don't remember what I look like. But I did have long hair, and Mom made ringlets all the way around. I remember that. So I guess I do remember a little bit more than I thought. But unfortunately, we did not win the competition. But we were cute. So I was pretty little, maybe 4, was when we were in the new house. So I think I was probably about 4. I'm just trimming that up a little bit, just to make sure. Okay, so let's make this top part, this fold over like that. Okay, so I'm going to score this at 1 inch and half an inch and 1 inch. Not on that end. Believe me, I went through this yesterday. I can't tell you how many times I had to fix it. And then finally I just put it on and it was still wrong. So, you know, there's days you can craft away and everything's going grand. And then there's days you craft away and you're like, oh no, I just made that mistake again for the 3rd time. And then you're like, oh well, I'm leaving it. It wants to be that way. Let it go. So I finally did. I was like, huh, I'm not fixing you again. Going to trim that at an angle, just because I don't want it sticking out the back there. It won't show anyway because we're going to cover it. So before I do this one, I want to come in here and we want to put this on. And, oh, you know what? I kind of want this bloom to show. Bloom where you were planted. So, here's the thing. See, we need it to come down in here. Probably about, I'm going to say about that far for right now. We can always trim a little bit off. But see where the problem is here? My score line actually needs to be right about here as a 1 inch and a half inch score. So that isn't going to cut off too much there. So let's redo that, please. Boy, good thing I have good eyes. We probably would have recognized it anyway. Okay, so we want to go back 1 inch right there. Clip that off. Oh, so pretty. We're going to score it there and then add a half inch. So half inch and 1 inch, or 1 inch and half inch, depending on if you're going left or right. Okay, 1 inch and a half inch. And I hope I scored the right end. I did. I'm a little shy right now about it. Because, oh, you know what? It's not 1 inch and half inch. It's 1/4 of an inch. Oh my goodness. See, I'm already doing it. Okay, 1/4 inch. If you do a 1/2 inch, you're going to have a very giant book in there. So, move it down to 1/4. Sorry about that. Leave this and we're going to glue it down. I apologize for my error there. Let's make sure that's going to work. Yep, okay. So we're just going to leave this and trim it at that angle. And it'll get glued down and it will have lace or something over it. Alright, I'm so sorry I did that and I said it many times. So erase the many times. Woo! And back it up to 1/4, please. Now I'm not going to double this whole piece up because we are going to use before I do that, we're going to use the we're going to use fabric or washi tape and that's not what I'm after either. What side of the bed did I get up on today? I don't really know, but wow. The wrong, not the crafty side, I guess. That's okay. Alright. Once again, now that we can see our lines, I'm going to put glue on this part. And it doesn't hurt to have the extra flap space down here. It just will help reinforce it even better. All right. I'm going to just toss that under there just to save on my craft space. I'm going to fold this over, and before I press it down, I'm going to make sure it fits nicely. And then I'll press it down. Because we want it as even as we can get it here, you know. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Now we're going to do this upper part. And this will be the pocket. The big pocket. So let's start right here. This we'll put washi tape or something over. So we are going to, we don't want it to come over this line. We want it that way of the line, just slightly. Because otherwise it will just get in our way. So right up here I'm going to, sorry if you can't see that mark, I'm going to cut this off right here. So you notice I'm not measuring all these. What I am measuring on is I'm using the paper I'm attaching it to do my measuring. So that makes it easier for me. You can see I've got a little bit of space there, and that's okay. We want some space there. So, and I'm going to pull it back this way. And now I want to check my Well, I don't really need that on there. I want to check this space, because we don't want it to be down in there so too far, but we don't want to bring it up too far either. Let's see about where this one is. Yeah, let me measure it. I'm going to measure this part. So put that right there. Okay, so it goes under about 1 inch. Let's see where 1 inch is, right there. So we could cut it off right here, and that would make it a little bit smaller. How far is it? Inch and a quarter? Yeah. It's 1 1/4 inches right now. What happens? What happens in there? Well, we have staples. I put staples all along the bottom. So I'm just looking to see what it's doing in there. There's a party going on in there. I might have to call the paper police. Oh, party broke up. Did you see all the little people running out? We better take off that 1/4 of an inch. It's probably better to remove a little bit of it than to retain it and find out it doesn't fit, although it could be cut off. Okay, now that means that the paper I just made, this one, is no longer going to fit, because now it is just a little bit too long. So we'll cut that off right there. And this is why I wanted to get it cut now, was otherwise we're going to glue our pocket on, and then we're going to have to cut it off, and our pocket's going to be open on this end. And the pocket really is just to give it more strength all the way around. Alright. So, in this direction, yes. We have to decide now. Do we want our pocket on this side or this side? I'm probably going to put it on this side. I'm right-handed. You'd think I'd put it there, but I'm going to put it over here. So I'm going to turn this way to remind me what I'm doing. And I'm going to get my envelope punch right here. And I'm going to come in about 2 inches and make that punch right here. About 2 inches. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do another 2 inches. And there we go. We have those. Now, if you don't have an envelope punch board and you want to make this, all you have to do is cut your angle. And you can use like a 45-degree angle ruler or something like that, something with a triangle on it to make that shape. And then you just cut with the blade between those two lines, or if you have a wire trimmer, the wire is right down through the middle here. You can line this up here's the rail. You can line this up so that this part of the divot, the dip in the paper, is right in that area to be trimmed. That one looks off just slightly. Okay, the trick is getting this in the right place. So I'm going to line this line right here, up with this 11 and a half line. I'm going to go down, moving slowly. Just when you feel it kind of like a drop off, go ahead and stop, because that's probably all you need. Okay. Now, let's bring this back over. Put that on the floor for a moment. Turning this the correct direction, we're going to glue down 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then I'll show you the rest of it from there. Barely art glue, barely art glue. No bears were used in this product. Just in case you wanted to know. I don't know how it got its name, but it has a cute little bear on the front. See? With a paintbrush and a paint can. He's like, I'm an artist bear. I bear no resemblance to a real bear. Oh! Ange, what was that? Now I got to start over because I slipped, which means I got glue where I didn't want it in my envelope. Oh boy. Let's try that again. No bears were used in this product. Guaranteed. He's just a little art bear that sells his glue to the world. To the world, I tell you. Okay, so a little craziness today. That's okay. Today is a craziness kind of day. Just for fun. So, I had to tell my husband, even when I went and got in the shower, that he was going to miss me while I was gone. I don't think he did. He's probably like, oh, she's having one of those days where she thinks she's super funny. Watch out, world. Here she comes. Okay. Now, we need to make this second piece here. And I'm using just an offcut. And I thought I would use the green because it has all these beautiful words on it and because I have it. So I'm going to just kind of line it up there. We're going to cut it off there. Oh, I saw the coolest thing on the news this morning, that there was a wolverine up on our pass. It's called the Sanium Pass, or Highway 20. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever really seen a wolverine. So I was kind of surprised. They made it kind of sound uncommon. I think it's just that they don't form packs or anything like that. Males stay out of other males' territory, apparently. And the wolverine, he can travel over 200 miles. He has like a 200 square mile area that he travels in, and usually within that area there's a couple of female wolverines that he will mate with. The females do not travel so far. And I don't know if they stay in groups or what, but yeah. So it was just kind of interesting. Of course, I have to, look them up, and had to back the news up so I could, put my, we will need the envelope cutter. So I could wrap my head around what a Wolverine looked like. Okay, this is where I could make the mistake. I don't want to, so I'm going to flip it this way. And we did the other at 2 inches. We're going to do this one at 2 inches. Going to flip it over, and we're going to do this one at 2 inches. So far, so good. I have it going the right direction. Okay, now we need to cut that out, which means I need my wire cutter again. And I'm going to line that up. Come up to the 10.5, or sorry, yeah, 10.5. And just when you feel that drop off, that's where it's at. Okay, so far so good. Okay, this one is going to go on here. And you'll notice I am not inking this one at all. So don't be alarmed. The other one is inked. Well, I inked here so you could see it. So here is this one. Now the trick on this one is you're going to flip it over, and you are going to run your ink here along the edge. Just like that. And then you're going to run it just, maybe about 1/2 inch from this dip here, about 1/2 inch. The nice thing about this is it reinforces the opening of that pocket, and just makes a really neat added interest. So then glue down the other two ends, this end and that end, the north and south. There is a little maneuverability in the Barely Art glue. So you do have a little bit more time with it than you do with the art glitter glue. I hope I said that right. Hope I didn't get it mixed up. Excuse me. Okay. Let's make sure we don't have glue in the wrong spots. Don't want to fluff up those edges yet. And we won't check this one yet because it needs to dry just a little more, but I can feel that it's going to be okay. Okay. Now, did I make a divot in that one? I did. I put a little thumb notch in it. So when it dries, we'll put a thumb notch in that. Okay. So, now let's go to the front cover right here. Now, I'm going to use my glue here. I'm sorry, my ink here, just so you can see what I'm talking about. It will help us both. There we go. So we can see those lines there. Now, the first thing I want to do is I do want to put some washi tape on there just to reinforce that really well. And then on the front and the back, I'm going to put the pretty stuff. So, let's see. Now, I am going to put glue. One thing that I did notice that I did on the other one is that I really got out of line on it. So there's my half and my fourth, my 1 and my 1. So I'm just going to make a mark at 1 and 1. Oh, my half and my 3/4. How did I do that? Yeah, half and 3/4. So that's only 1/4. But it's 1 inch. 1 inch, that's half. Well, anyway, I'm going to go at the back. Think. Right here. I'm just going to give myself a little ghost line. Oh, I can't even, it's so ghostly I can't even see it. Right there. To line my tape up on. Because otherwise it gets crooked and then it's very noticeable. If you just want to use the washi tape, you'll want to be sure that it's on there straight. Yeah, okay. So now we can put our glue on. Yeah, the first time I put this on, oh my goodness, boy was it crooked. That's why it ended up with that trim on the front, because it had to have it. But then the trim looked really great. I loved it. So that was fantastic. So I'm going to line this up on the back. On that little ghosty line we put back there. Hopefully that'll help me keep it as straight as possible. This washi tape actually holds extremely well, and you probably don't even need anything on it, any glue on it. But I'm gonna glue just for, I want this to be strong. I need to clean the scissors. Look at that. Okay. Now if you want, you could put a piece of washi tape in here. I don't think you really need it. Oh, see, it looks good without the, as long as it's a nice straight line, it looks good. Okay, but we're still going to put stuff on. This time I want to use the pink or purple, whatever it is. Mauve. I think it matches my, no, more pink than mauve. Just take the tape off of that piece and reuse it. So we're going to have that one there. And then we're going to have a second one right over here. Look at that. There's still tape on it. Thought I got rid of you, tape. Okay. So, on this, we want to glue it along that line. Okay? Just so it's just on this side of it. And this one I'm using the Fabri-Tac on. I bought this trim at Hobby Lobby and I absolutely love it. I hope when I go back there'll be more. I bought some that were kind of red and another color of green, so I would have some for Christmas. I know, too early to think about Christmas. You know, Christmas is kind of a burnout this year because they're still showing Christmas programs. It's like, come on guys, give us a break. It's an important time of year, don't get me wrong. But let's, let's not saturate the market all year long with it. Let's celebrate Christ in other ways and not just about Christmas. I don't know. It's just a personal feeling, I guess. So I'm going to let that dry before I remove it, the sides, because, like I said, the Barely Art glue, it is maneuverable. Oh no, because we're using Fabri-Tac. Well, it'll be dry in a minute. I'm going to put it on here. I can see how deep it is because I've got Fabri-Tac. I've got the trim on the other side. Oops, didn't want it right there. I like to kind of push this glue down a little bit when it's attaching to fabric and stuff because I don't want it to leak through the fibers and get all over the place. Isn't that pretty? Gosh, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so now we have that. It must dry. Okay. So down here, now on this one, I corner rounded at 1/2 inch, and I corner rounded at 1/4 inch down here. Why? Just in case it showed here, and it doesn't, but just in case it did, I wanted to be sure that it wasn't going to. Now the other thing, especially if this was much thicker, you could actually use a corner. Here, let me show you. You could use these corner things. Now, this is a really thin one, and I'm not sure how these apply yet. But I'll bet you just clamp down on these. But wouldn't that be cool? I wonder if we should try that. Because that is really a cool look, don't you think? So, after we double this up then, we would do that part. So you would not round them. I'm still going to round this one. You wouldn't want to put the corner protectors in here because it'll be too much bulk for the flap. So let's do 1/4 of an inch right here. It's not very much. And right there. I cleaned my thing out, but it fills up so fast. Okay, so that doesn't affect that pocket at all. So that is very nice. Okay, so assuming that we are going to put staples down here to reinforce that. You can't see them on here because I've covered them front and back. So, because I've already got my back paper on there, they're going to show this time. So we'll cover them with some trim. But I just put them just 1/8 of an inch or so from the edge there. But move that part just in case. Okay. So right there. And I put 3 of them in just to kind of hold it. I didn't put them clear over to the edge. There we go. And then we have this happiness we could put there. Or we could say, I want something a little better. So we say, there we go. Nope, doesn't fit. Oh, get out of the way. Oh, there he goes again. Don't know what he's thinking. Zoom, zoom, I guess. Okay. So if we want to use the same thing, we can. This one, yeah, it would be fine to use it. Almost hate to use that one because it's like a full piece. But I don't really have any other choices because I've been using all my pieces up. Oh, hey, I do have this one. No, it would go the wrong direction. Okay, we're using this one. Okay, so line it up. And then make your mark. And then over here, make your other one. And if it's a little smaller, it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything by being just a little bit smaller. If you wanted to go all out, you could put a handle on it like this. Wouldn't that be cute? Little handle on it. Oh, I like it. Okay, so where's my marks? Right up at the top. So I'm just going to cut this one off. Looks like a booklet in our future. And right over here. Is it genuinely that big? I guess it is. 4.5 inches. Wow, when you are measuring it out, sometimes it's like, oh, bigger than I thought. Okay, now I do kind of want to go in the right direction, so I think this is the right, yeah, There, that trillium's the right way. Looks like a wild trillium to me. So I'm going to put this right there. Uh-oh. You come out of there, glue. Oh, we should have done the purple side. But this one is actually mostly greens and blues, so other than our beautiful trim. Excuse me. Oh, there's a beautiful butterfly. He's right side up. Yay! We got you covered, butterfly. Yeah, if it's off a little bit, you might have to trim it. Don't trim through the bottom of your piece. Okay. All of this is just reinforcing all the little pieces. So it makes it very nice. Now, we have to do something back here to cover these guys because they hurt. They really do. They really do hurt. No, don't want to do that. No. I wonder what we could put there. A pocket? A pocket would work. Let's do a pocket. We don't have a pocket on the other one. Let's put a pocket on this one. About like that? No, I don't like that one. That paper's not right for that pocket. Oh dear, she's getting into her paper again. I had it all put away because I didn't want to get into it. We have that. I mean, it could be a full-grown pocket. No, I don't really like that either. Nope. Nope, she says. Nope. What's in the back? Blue. Could we do green and just do a little pocket? How's it look? Maybe we'll just trim. Because it's... I don't like how that looks. So let's trim it with some stamps. I think we have stamps. We do. I know we do. And we also have this pretty little trim. Where do I put that one? We're going to trim it with a stamp. Some mini stamps. I like that better. Okay. Let's see. Perfect. That is what it needed. Yes. So there we go. Doesn't that look good? Yeah, I like that. That is perfect, you guys. Thank you for whoever suggested that. Somebody did. I heard you. Because I don't remember throwing those stamps on the table, but there they were. Just boom. Boom in our vision. See, I don't want to use that towel yet. Oops. You're going to have to move down just slightly. There you go. I'm going to put these in my stamp drawer, because that's a good place for them. Okay, let's trim this off. Oh my gosh, it moved, you guys. It still has a little bit of play in it. Oh well, that's what it is. That is what it is. I was mishandling it. We'll save those for little snippets. Little snippet here, little snippet there. Oh yeah, that looks better. Yep. Okay, now that fits under there nicely. So, do we or don't we? I don't know how these set. I know sometimes these don't set as nicely as they should because they get off. Like when you press it down, it pops up over there, which means it leaves a gap. And I frankly don't like that. Frankly, my dear. So, I think not that. Now these are nice and thin in there. But how do they clamp down? Because that would look cool. Don't you think? I think it would, and I really want to try it. I don't want to ruin this, though. I'm willing to waste one of these. And fold this over. And I don't even think I can get glue in there, guys. Okay. Oh, look at that. It comes right out. So I can see that it can bend down. So let me get my benders. I'm going on a bender, guys. Oh, those are easy. Oh my goodness. Those are easy. I can't remember what they are. The paper play or something like that from... It does dent them. Definitely don't use the glue because makes them really sticky. Okay, I like it. I think we'll use it. I'm not going to use the glue. Paper, what is that called at Hobby Lobby? Paper something. Anyway, that's what these are. take that out. Okay. Let me get my ones with the silicone, or whatever you call them. I just feel like it needs some sort of glue in it. But with this needle here sticking out, I think we could maybe get some down there. There we go. Just put some, you see that? Right down inside there. Just a tiny bit. Not upside down, Hitch. Oh yeah, that feels okay. Okay. Oh, you guys, I love it. I do. Look. Isn't that so cool? It does kind of rough it up a little bit, but I don't know if you could maybe do these by hand. Okay, look at that. This is so cool. Oops, excuse me, I just got my head in the camera. Or maybe I did, I don't know. Oh, wow. Guys, this is lovely. I love it. I genuinely do. Hope they stay. Okay, so the only thing left here is to cut some paper and put it inside. So I will be right back with cut paper. All right, I am back. So I have about 36 sheets of paper here. They are cut 4 1/4 by 8 inches, or 8 1/2, whatever. Yeah, or 8 1/2. I have put holes up here in the top. Now I don't know if these are going to be able to run through it or not. I don't think so. They won't be long enough. Yeah, they won't be long enough. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let me fold this so you can see what I've done. I've taken a piece of paper, and it is the width of this, and I've scored it back 1 1/16. Oh, 1 1/8. And then I scored again at 1/4 inch. So let me highlight those areas for you. There's one. It's hard to see, but... And then back 1/4. Okay. So our total length is about 3 1/4 inches. And I'll explain that in just a minute. But first I need to get these holes in here. So I'm going to slip this over this, just like that. I'm going to wrap that around nice and tight. Flatten these guys out a little bit. I'm going to press that down. So it's pretty even there. And I'm going to go through and put my circle. Oh, I got a little spot there. That'll work. That'll work good enough. I'm going to put my first hole in, set my thing up against it so I have it in the right spot, and come over here and do the same thing. Ooh, that one looks a little bit longer. Let's see if I got it right. Not quite. Almost. Let's go over a little more. Oh, I went the wrong way. I have to go. Oh, not that. Oh, yeah, this one. Have to go that way. Hope it doesn't all show. And then I want to put some eyelets in there. Now I was going to use those gray ones, but since they're not long enough, let's pick another color that will go with our setting here. Here's a couple of green. Let's go with those. Okay. I'm going to put that in there and clamp it closed, just like that. Here. There we go. Now, in the back. We'll still be able to run our string through there, so that's good. But in the back, there we go. We're going to put another string hole through here. Oh, sorry, I'm off camera. Okay, and we better put a couple more eyelets there. I wonder if we really do want eyelets there. I don't think we need them. I think we won't use them there because we're going to glue part of that down. Okay, so let's glue the back first. And I'm going to glue the whole back to the back of the card. And around that. Okay. I want to get that on there as even as possible. Okay. Now I'm going to have to move this down. And this one down. You can see I got glue on them. And I want to press that down on the back of the paper. And the reason I want to do that is to keep it straight with its thin edges here. Okay, now we're going to bring that back around the front like this. Now this is not secure yet, so don't undo these. This is where you need to get your sari silk or whatever you want to use. And I'm going to use the sari silk because I want it to be, I want a thin, something thin in there. Okay. So I'm going to run that through here first, if I can. All these little fuzzies sticking to me. Do I want this bright green? Or do I? Yeah, I think I do because we have the bright green on the top and the bottom. So I think so. Okay, we're going to run that through there. And then we're going to run it through here. Into the back. Like this. And then we're going to run it. Sorry if I'm off camera there. I am very sorry. I'm going to run it through there and back up through there. And pull that through. There we go. Now you can loosen it up. Now the whole tablet can be changed if you want. On the other one I didn't do that. So you want to hold that down pretty darn tight with your other finger. And then you'll say, I didn't think that would work so well that way. And so you're going to undo it all. And you're going to try again to get a knot in there. As you're trying to hold it tight. The reason you want it pretty tight is so it's not shifting. Then we're going to come in here. We're going to tuck that under there. And this is going to get glued in here. And then semi to the back there a little bit. Well, better not. Better just glue the bottom. So we're going to, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac here for a little bit of this. And put it under the sari silk to hold that in place. And I'll put it over the top because I want it to stay. And then I'm going to come down this paper, I don't know, about halfway. Because it is going to be your permanent piece of paper. I'm just going to go the whole way with it. It will help keep the rest of the pad stable for your notebook. Oh, just stuck my finger in it. Oh boy. So I'm going to position it up here. I want it to be even on both sides. I don't want it to overrun that edge there. I don't want to set it down until I get this piece out of the way. And there we go. That is a very nice pad of paper. Look at that. A very interesting journal. And fun. Easy to make. We made it in a day. I do have my little garden for the soul that I made earlier in the week. Will it fit here? No. Oh, it does fit. So there's a little card. This one will not fit, and this one won't either. So those won't go. But that one's okay. Little ephemera one. And let's see if I can find the journal cards in here. Here's a couple of large ones. Pluck a thistle, plant a flower. And I love flowers. So let's tuck these in here. There's one. Here is the second one. Now these are just some little postcards that came with the kit, with this bloom kit when I bought it back in 2019. And we have those. Here's this really nice pink one here. Do I already have that one? No, we don't. So let's put that one over there. There we go. And let's see, I need a couple of small ones. I wonder where I put them. Here we go. Oh, this one is the butterfly kit. I could put some of those in, but that's not what I was looking for. Down here or not. Maybe I'm out. Hang on. Let's look one more time. I did use quite a bit on some of this other stuff. I didn't think I'd used up all my little cards. Oh, here's one. And here's one. Here we go. Bloom where you are planted, and life plants. Wherever life plants you, bloom with grace. And my happy place. So let's put that one in there, and perhaps this one under there. So there you go. Now you could go along and you could put some little pockets there. I do have a little envelope that could go there, but then you'd have this little flap. So that, no, I'm not using that. So let's have a look at it. So we have a little pad. It's not little. It's a tall and wide. It's a 4.5 inches wide. You know, our books are what? Normally 5 1/4, 6 inches. So it is thinner than we would do our pages in a journal. So we'll call it Tall and Thin Matchbook Journal. So 4.5 by 10 inches. It has 36 double-sided pages. So this is removable, and you can change the papers out when you are ready. We have some really cool corner protectors on it. I love that. You know what it's missing? It's missing a word or something right here, but it doesn't really need it because you already have this, bloom where you are planted. So I think it actually works out very nice. We have some pretty toppings here, and then we have our 2 pockets here on the lid with all of our little journaling cards in it. So there you go. I've got 2 of those made in just a day and a half, because I made the other one yesterday and finished it today, and then I got this one prepped. So anyway, there you go. Thank you for joining me. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this little project, a one-day journal. And hey, you know, this makes a good grocery list or whatever. It's too long to probably carry around with you, but it's a good note taker, isn't it? So, okay. Well, thank you for joining me, and I hope you all have a grand day. I know I'm going to have a really good one. And I'm going to go out and maybe play in the yard for a little bit with my dog. All right. Big hugs, everybody. Hug, hug. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye. Bye.